Hi, everybody. It's Jill here again with Illuminating Women, and it is January. It's a girls' night out, and we're having to do our girls' night out virtual because here in the Seattle area, we get a little snow, roads get a little icy. We wanted to be safe and have everybody here. So we are recording this tonight because we really are excited to bring our speakers, our presenters. This is starting a brand new year. This is January 2020. We're talking about setting some of those goals and setting what we want, intentions that we want, and that as women we can create our dreams and create more of a vision of what we want for ourselves. So I am so happy that we have Laurie Whitaker, who is with us tonight, to share and teach and inspire and illuminate us, because we all know that when women illuminate their personal and professional growth, this world is a much better place. Our families are a better place. We're better off. So Laurie, welcome to this place this evening, and we're excited to hear what you have to say. So share a little bit about you, and then we're going to get our notepads and ready and go for this. And this is, I'm wearing my little antennas tonight because we're coming with our look, what we want to look like, and so anyway. So welcome. Thank you very much for coming and sharing tonight.
Thank you. Thank you, Jill, and thank you, ladies. My glasses tonight are in celebration of my future so bright, I gotta wear shades. So I am going to take them off though, ladies, and have a chat with you. So I don't have goals or intentions, but part of my transformational training was to identify my noble qualities, the qualities that I choose to live into. And at this point, every day and in every way that I am living my life. So I'll share with you my top 5 noble qualities. And the first one is freedom. And that has taught me a great deal about receiving freedom, but also giving freedom. Empowerment, which connects so beautifully to the Illuminating Women and their charge of growing us into more of ourselves. Courage, the courage to be my best self, and the courage to assist others to be their best self. Vitality, to be alive at all levels, mind, body, and soul. And fun, to just have a whole heck of a lot of fun while we're doing it. So that's where I start 2020. As you know, as Jill said, my name is Laurie Whitaker, and I'm a transformational life coach, and I specialize in the study of self, mind, body, and soul. What does that really mean to me? And that's peace of mind. When I invited you here tonight, I invited you mind, body, and soul. The study of self. We are a tripart being. And that tripart being has complexities beyond what we may recognize or be aware of. And I began this in a journey so many years ago. A lot of my story tonight is sharing my life with you, the transformation that I have experienced, quite honestly, every day of my life. But some of those defining moments that absolutely change us to the core of us, the identity of us. So, how did I get here? That's my story. And I'm going to start it out as a 2-year-old child. I was raised in a violent home, a violent father, but a man ahead of his time, a passive mother, but oh so loving. When I was very young, I determined in watching their relationship that I could do better. I don't know how a 2-year-old decides that, but I know I did, because I still have it with me today. Relationship, not only relationship, but specifically, I could do better having a relationship with a man. Well, my life has recently changed. My real estate career has ended. My transformational life coaching world is beginning. And I'm beginning to discover what that means in my daily life. Mind, body, and soul. How do I get my mind, body, and soul to be a transformational life coach? So I'm going to jump ahead from my 2-year-old into my adulthood. I had 25 years with the telephone company. I was hired as an affirmative action hire. I was a splicer, did mostly manhole work down in the Kent, Renton, and Auburn Valley. After 3 years of splicing, I went into the repair center. And at that time, it was cutting edge technology. I don't think I knew that at the time, of course. But that was the analog to digital jump. For 25 years, I started chasing frequency. And frequency is a language. The frequency of what a human can hear, to a frequency to what a computer speaks, to the frequency of the light carriers that we repaired. All of them were unique. All of them took different tools, but all of them were very doable. I was downsized from the telephone company in 2004 and went into real estate. Real estate was a whole nother world of relationship and intimacy, and one where I learned much about the relationships that people have together that is outside of me, not the relationship I'm having, but the relationship they're having with their intimacy and their finances and their needs, and identifying the intimacy of a home and how they interpret that. My life recently ended in real estate, as I shared with you. And so I'm moving forward and more recognizing the opportunity that I've had, as Sheila talked about, to have teachers in this transformation for me, teachers that I chose to train with, that I chose to build my foundation of my future on. It started with, this is a fun one, it started with, oh, I need to take you back to a defining moment. A defining moment. 2010, I lay in my bed. It was a winter morning. I was home alone. And I'll do this to represent the despair I was in, the sadness I had been in for so long that was racking me. And on that, the thought came, do you want to kill yourself? No. But on the heels of that was, do you want to kill him? No! No! Oh my God. No. This is not an option, Laurie. Change your life right now. And from that moment forward, I knew myself. I knew I had touched insanity. I knew I had to get myself out of there. I was in a marriage of 10 years at that time with a man that had a brain injury, I believe. It was undiagnosed. Well, I can't say that, but it was incurred when he was 5 years old. All of these signals were there that he was never going to be there for me and never capable to have that quality relationship with a man that I determined I wanted in my life. How the fuck did I get here? 6 years later, I was divorced. 6 years later, I was so deconstructed, I could rebuild in any direction. I could be anything I wanted. And I chose to learn who I am. Those teachers for me, now I'm going to jump forward where I started. Those teachers for me, the number one was Carlos Cavallo, dating advice guru. a man telling women about men and relationship and love. He was great, and I thoroughly enjoyed him and learned a great deal. I jumped into gender training, the language of men, the language of women, the instincts we have from our caveman days, and how they still run into each other. Masculine, results-oriented. Feminine, open to possibilities. We have entities within us that I almost think of them as a free radical or a planet in the universe. Our perfect person, that perfect person that wants us to be perfect at all times. And when we're not, tells us about it or questions us about it. Or the mother in us, the nurturer, where we give ourselves away, even sometimes to the point of betraying ourselves. The temptress where we play, the temptress where we laugh and have fun and revel in our beauty. These are all parts of self, mind, body, and soul. How do we reach all of us at one time? How do we keep all of these things in order? I think for me, it was in discovering that I am a three-part being. That my mind, body, and soul actually speak different languages. My mind speaks English, and it's speaking to you tonight, and it prepared well to speak with you tonight. My body said, oh, I'm nervous. Bathe me and love me and make me beautiful. And I'll work with the mind to present tonight. And my soul said, you know your noble qualities. Live into them. I've had a lot of training, and I like to go over it a little bit because it's not only a part of my journey, it's a part of everyone's journey. Beyond my gender training, I went into safety and fear, but primarily safety. Because it's in safety, whether it's within us, that my mind and body and soul are safe with each other, to think what they think and do what they do. Or to be safe with a man, or to be safe with my girlfriends, or to be safe walking on the street. Safety is what enables us to be our most self, to be our best self, to be open, to be everything we've ever dreamt of being. After safety, I went to cellular biology. Bruce Lipton, he's a cellular biologist, and I won't talk too much about it because my time is limited, but he, and I believe in his scientific based, he's a cellular biologist, taught at university medical students, and discovered that our cells have receptors that have unique identities. They only recognize us on the outside of our individual cells that communicate outside of our bodies. To me, that was science proving spiritualism. And for the first time in my life, as a science-based woman, I said, if you're a science-based woman and science has proven spirituality, the unified field, or God, or whatever you want to call it, I'm in. Another big transition for me. Neurobiology and neurology, and let's see, just brain biology. How does it work? The testosterone-based body and the estrogen-based body and our hormones. And ladies, those hormones are just huge for us. Daily, hourly, they're different for us. How to keep them all in balance. Our autonomic nervous system. Fight, flight, freeze, rest, relaxation, and restoration. All of them affected by who I call cave woman She's the one that is in control of our chemicals. One of the things of biology I'd like to share with you is we beat ourselves up a little bit about having things come into us. Oh, why do I think that? Or why do I react that way? Or my response is so quick. But cave woman, that savannah brain we have to survive, she's 1,000,000 times faster than our thinking brain. We can't get ahead of her, ladies. We have to befriend her. Mind, body, and soul. We have to be able to have her recognize somehow there's a threat there and she's warning us. And you say, thank you, I'm safe. Another thing about safety, ladies, is we don't default to safe. We default to on alert. When we know that, we know we can ensure and can not convince ourselves, but have the confidence that we recognize what that is for us, safe. Takes me to evolution. Our body is the best evolution example I can think of. A single cell that was created today in 3.5 billion years of evolution into a 55 trillion cell single organism working together. They choose to work together. That's evolution. We have that available for us today, ladies, on Earth. Every human can choose to evolve into a single living organism, healthy on this Earth. Quantum physics, the study within, the study to the space. We are 99.99% space. How does that happen? And I look like I'm so much more than that. We have nothingness within us that has now been proven through quantum physics that we're connected to nothingness, unified field, energy, God, whatever you want to call it. It's there and we can draw on it and it wants to partner with us. I'm going to give you a couple of things and then I'll do an exercise. I have studied this a little bit and there's far much more to learn. Our mind speaks English, as I shared with you, but our mind is key. Our mind is our interpreter. It interprets the feelings, the sensations in our body. It can meet the pause where we can greet our soul. Our mind can be unkind. And we need to ensure that it feels safe and knows it has all the room in the world to be kind. Our body speaks in movement and illness and chemicals. And those chemicals can addict us to behaviors. Working together, mind, body, and soul, we become an identity to live into. Do we have the will to live the life we love living? The soul speaks in silence. It also speaks in joy. In all of our daily aspirations, to aspire into joy is to aspire into our soul. To partner with our mind, body, and soul is to become a soul walker while we are here on Earth. So I'm going to do a quick exercise. I'm not sure how much time I have left, so I'll just move into this.
You have a minute, honey.
Okay, I'll try to be quick then. Ladies, I want you to take your hands, mind, body, and soul. And I want you to just feel into it. Close your eyes and feel your body as you create mind, body, and soul. And we're individuals, and you can kind of see how your hands lap and move, but feel into the pause, the space, the quietness. Okay, get to the quietness of it. Now see how your hands begin to move together in resonance. Mind, body, and soul. Feel into that. Harmony, frequency, resonance, joy. Thank you, ladies. I'd love to offer you a free strategy session to just connect and talk. It's a 30-minute talk. See if we're a good fit, if you want to continue any studies. Right now, I'm just doing individual things. I am presently working on a TEDx talk as well as a book and a course. So I got a lot of things going, and how it's all going to shake out, not exactly sure, but very excited about it. I have a new Facebook page, and I'd love for you to join me there. It's called Be a Soul Walker. B.A. Soul Walker. And just so you know, BA is badass. So go for it, ladies.
Oh, Laurie, that was fabulous. You
All
know,
right.
before we end our video here, I just have to say, you know, thank you again for presenting. The two of you did such a lovely job to inspire us for the 2020 year. Lots to think about here. A lot of golden nuggets. I took lots of notes. But one of the things that I thought was a huge aha, just from women that I've known have shared, is you talked about how you can, when you've been destroyed, if you feel like you've been destroyed, the destruction, that you can rebuild. When, you know, to look at that in a positive light, that if there's been destruction, that now you get to build in any direction you choose and you want. So yeah, you may have gone through, you know, a bankruptcy or a loss of a job, a home, a relationship, you know, or you don't know what you want to do next. And you may feel really, you know, distracted from that, or an illness, but we get a chance to build it. I love that restoration and that, and how our response, so how our brains react even to that response. So, I just, wow, there's so many juicy nuggets here. So before we end this video, I want to just again thank you, and we will put your information and contact in there. And may we really truly live mind, body, and soul. I love that. That was excellent. Thank you so much, Laurie. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Okay.